Hello and welcome. How are you guys today? Welcome to our live stream. We have a special live stream with a special guest. Shapiro is here with us today. Thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for helping us with this.
And a very special guest, Pip.
And a very special guest. She really wanted to go with us, so I told her she could go with us, and now she's with us. She thought we were going out, but now we're here. Oh well.
Sorry.
Yeah, she wanted to go walking. She's like, oh my God, we're going to go walking, we're going to go walking, we're going to go out. Isn't that right? Yeah. So we had our poll last week was really close. It was tied basically between the AMA and the Pai-Gow tiles. So I figured since it was such a close poll, we would just do both of them. So I did the AMA on Thursday, and now for the tournament, we are going to do the Pai-Gow tiles for you guys. So we have a Pai-Gow tiles tournament. Okay, so hi. Hey James, how are you? Good to see you. Hey Paul. Hey Dane. Awesome. Good to see you, Dane. Hey Sai. How is everyone today? Happy Monday. I hope everyone had a good weekend. Did you have a good weekend?
I did.
Awesome. Did you do anything fun?
I relaxed.
That's
I had
a good
relaxing weekend.
That's a really good weekend.
It's good to do that every once in a while.
Yeah, and it's starting to get cool here. It's actually to the point right now where you could turn off the air conditioner and open up the doors and windows.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, really nice. So, welcome back to Vegas Aces Tournament Livestream. If you don't know already, I'm Heather Ferris, and again,
she's Heather Ferris.
Jay Shapiro is with us. And today we are going to be playing the Pai-Gow Tiles Tournament. Now, before we get started, I just want to remind you to subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you'll always be notified of our latest videos and live streams. My next live stream is this Thursday. We just put out a poll for what the next table game is going to be. So go to Facebook and Twitter. Go vote. It's not fun when we only have 9 votes. It's way more fun when we have 20 to 30 votes. So go vote. And you can decide what we're going to be doing next week. So, hey Charles, how are you? Good to see you. Awesome. Hey Mark, how is everyone? Now, we have a contest going on right now. I think I told you a little bit about it for merchandise. So the contest is officially closed, just so you guys know. Everyone who put in their submission, it's in. We're looking at it. We're in the process of deciding who the winner is going to be. And you guys will all be notified either tomorrow by mail, or you'll see who the winners are on Wednesday when we post that for our Facebook and Twitter post. So check out your mail tomorrow, your emails, and you should know by tomorrow if you won the contest or not, if you submitted. And again, as always, Super Chat and Patreon. Remember to tip your dealer, and now you can with Super Chat. Super Chat is a way YouTube allows you to show your appreciation by tipping me any amount you want. Give it a try. Or you could show your appreciation by becoming a member of our Patreon page. Any membership counts, even $1, so go join today. Let's see. Why is the table view on the left blurry? It's not... Ooh, it is blurry. That is really blurry. Let's see. It's autofocus. It should be focusing. There we go. Okay, we got it focused.
Is that better?
That should be better. So the 2 cameras that we use are web cameras, which mean that they have auto lighting, autofocus, which sucks sometimes. So if we are ever blurry, please let us know and we'll try to refocus it. Okay.
Sometimes I'm just blurry, so it's not the camera.
Is that it? So again, we are doing a tournament. That means that the first 7 people who want to play are going to get in, going to play on the tournament. We have a signed pair of dice. Jay signed this pair of dice that we are going to be giving away as the prize for today.
It's worth a little bit less than a regular pair of dice.
Stop that. No.
Dane's in.
Awesome, we're getting people. So yeah, let us know if you want to play. We'll get you started.
You don't really have to know what you're doing. We will help you. So Don't worry. Blackjack player, if you want to play, You'll get it. We'll help you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
And that's the whole point. It's going to be a lot easier learning how to play this when we're going through it and we're explaining the steps and what to do and everything. So this is going to be a great way to learn.
Yeah.
Hey, Felicia. How you doing? Good to see you. Hi.
This is a game that a lot of non-Asian people don't know how to play. And if you do know how to play it and you walk up to it in a casino, you look really cool.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Intergalactic Press, it's good to see you. I just got your text. I haven't responded yet, but I will respond to that after the live stream. Okay, so let's see.
So Dane is in.
So Dane's in, Paul's in. Dane. And let me know what you want your bets to be. That's pretty much the only thing you're going to be deciding this evening is what do you want to bet. So let me know what you want to bet. And we are doing what we normally do. Everyone starts off with $1,000. Jay, do you want to show them the denominations that they're going to be getting?
Sure. We've got 500 and 4 100s and 3 25s and 5 5s. $1,000.
Awesome.
And they're all set up and ready to go.
Fantastic. That'll make it a little bit faster so that way we are not doing one hand
Felicia's
per
in,
hour.
and Charles is in.
Cool.
We got room for 2 more. Who else is in?
Hey,
Blackjack
Wolfgar.
player, blurry again.
Is it blurry again?
Yep. That's what Blackjack player said.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. It's probably the light. I bet if we add more light, it won't be so bad.
Add more?
Yeah, so you see how I have it down right there?
This one?
Yeah, just pull it down just a little bit more. And then that should give us more light.
How's that?
That should be good.
Now I have to join the tech union.
It's blurry, right? I swear, when you do live streams, that's what you do, because it's nothing but troubleshooting. Nothing ever works properly. It's fun. Okay, so where am I? Felicia. Okay, so Felicia, you're in.
Got
You
room
want to
for
start?
2 more. Cy is not in. We got to get Cy in.
Okay, Sai, you are in.
I'm just going to randomly.
Sai Creations is in. So we got what? One more? One more spot
One more spot.
available.
Wolfgar, who's in?
Charles.
Charles, did we get Charles?
We didn't
That's
get
it.
Charles. And that's it? Did we miss anyone?
Nope.
Charles D. Okay, Charles.
Okay, we've got
you are
7
in.
people.
Awesome.
And
hey,
I think
Andrew.
somebody said.
Good to see you,
somebody said
Andrew.
$100. Dane said 100.
Okay. So, where is...
Dane's right there. Should we
Okay.
write it on there? Or?
Yeah, let's write it on there.
Okay.
And Mark W. wants to have 100 too.
Mark wants 100.
Yeah. Hey, Andrew. I hope you're doing good. Good to see you. Hey, Yabara. How you doing? Good to see you.
100 for Paul.
100 for Paul. And are we doing any bonuses for tile pairs?
Wasn't planning on it.
There you go.
We could.
Yeah, Sai, we got you
Felicia
in.
said 100.
Sai, you were right here. This is where you're at, Sai. Oh, wait, Sai Creation isn't twice.
Oh, then we have room for 1 more.
Okay, we got room for 1 more. Did anyone else want to be in? We got 1 more. Who wants to be in? 1 more spot available. Whoever says it first, you guys get it. So,
Ibarra, Wolfgar,
clear for me.
Intergalactic Press, somebody?
And Blackjack Player just wants to chat since he doesn't know this game. No
Okay.
worries. And Felicia says 100.
Felicia got 100.
Okay, Felicia got 100.
I haven't heard anything from Cy or Charles on how much.
Andrew, do you want to get in? Do you want to play? Okay.
Charles
Now-
and Cy, how much do you want to bet?
While we're waiting for Cy and Charles to tell
Cy
us
said
how much
100.
they want to bet. And also, too, again, we have 1 more spot available, so if you want to play, let me know. Let's talk a little bit about this game. So, this is Pai-Gow tiles, and Pai-Gow tiles is almost exactly the same as Pai-Gow poker. So, if you're learning how to do Pai-Gow tiles, it's really good if you know how to play Pai-Gow poker before you learn Pai-Gow tiles.
And we've been playing a lot of Pai-Gow poker on these streams, so
Yeah. And yes, this is mainly an Asian game, so you will see a lot of Asian players play this. So what it is it's exactly like Pai-Gow poker, where you have a hand that you have to make a high hand and a low hand. The low hand always has to be the lowest, the high hand always has to be the highest.
in this game you can't mess it up like you can in Pai-Gow poker. We'll automatically compare your lowest hand against the dealer's lowest hand and your highest hand against the dealer's highest hand.
Right, so there's no point where you forfeit your hand and you lose your bet.
Correct.
And with this game, you have to win both the high hands and both the low hands in order to win the hand. So if you win one, lose one, it's a push, and nothing happens. If you lose both, then you lose the hand, and if you win both, you win the hand. And normally there's a 5% commission on this game,
There
right?
is.
Now, just like we see a trend going on of no commission Pai-Gow poker and no commission baccarat, do you ever see a trend of no commission tiles?
There would have to be a mechanism somehow to make that happen.
Okay.
Tiles is a game where a lot of the players like to bank, and with these no commission games, you lose that ability. I don't think you will see. Wolfgar, are you doing any player banking? We could.
Yeah, if you want.
Wolfgar, are you in, by the way? There's a spot left, and I don't have you yet.
Yep, we got one more spot left, so if you want to play, let us know now, and then we'll get started. Hey, Jim, how are you? Good to see you. So what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay, that works.
But no, player banking. He asked if we're going to do any player banking. We could.
Okay,
We could allow player banking.
cool.
Wolfgar says no.
Nope.
Nobody wants this spot. We could-
Okay.
if nobody wants it, we'll move Charles over here where you can see.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then we'll get started?
Sure.
Sounds cool.
So $1,000 for me.
Okay, let's get started on this.
Okay.
He's watching the Steelers game right now. Who's winning so far for Steelers game? Do you have that game on your...
They're playing against Cincinnati, I believe.
Okay.
And I have 2 fantasy football players going, and I've already won my game.
Oh, okay.
So
there you go.
I'm not paying any attention to football today because I don't need to. Steelers 17-3. I guess my 2 players on Cincinnati aren't doing anything for me.
Ah, okay. Thank you for that.
One of them's Andy Dalton. So.
Okay, so let's get started. Everybody
right.
has their bet out.
Everybody's good?
Ready to go.
Okay.
So what's the first thing that we do in this game?
Well, the first thing we're going to do is shake the dice to see where the first hand is going to go.
So normally the dealer is 1, 9, and 17?
1, 9, and 17 when there's
Okay.
7 spots.
Right, because this is a little different from Pai-Gow poker.
Right.
Because Pai-Gow poker would be 1, 8, and 15.
Correct, but there's an extra spot in this game. There are 8 spots, 7 plus the hands, plus the banker, which is exactly the number of tiles.
So that's something to keep in mind if you're
Right.
dealing.
Most casinos will actually block off 1 spot and only deal to 6 players so that you can't figure out exactly which 4 tiles the dealer has.
And they can't count the...
Right, there's always
Okay.
going to be 4 they don't know. So we'll shake the dice and see where we are.
So
We
what
have
is
8, which would be the dealer.
that? Okay, so that's the dealer's hand, and we put a button on top of it to show that it is the dealer's hand. This is perfect because we got 1 spot open, and so that will be the spot where we have the tiles.
That'll
so
be the
people
extra
don't-
tiles.
Yeah, that's perfect. That
Okay.
ended up working out.
So the way we'll do this is we'll go over this a million times so you guys will all figure it out. But
Exactly.
there is an easy way to determine the best way to set the hand. So this will be Felicia's hand.
Now,
So you got all these tiles with red spots and white spots and everything, and those spots mean nothing.
and these are dominoes, and you're setting up the dominoes in a poker-like hand. And that's usually a high card, a pair, which we call a bow, or what's the other one?
The highest thing you can get is a pair, followed by 2 special hands called a wong and a gong
And high
in that
9.
order. And
Right.
then the numbers go down from 9 to 0, starting with high 9 and all the way down to 0.
Okay, and that's what you're doing. So
Right.
you're either adding up, trying to get highest to 9, or you're doing the gong, the 1, or
And
a
pairs.
pair.
Okay.
And the pair is called a bow.
Right. So the way you do this, the first thing you're going to do is look at your 4 tiles and see if you have a pair. And in this case, we do not. So the next thing you're going to look for is a 2 or a 12, which is a teen or a day.
And
That's a
there's
teen
12, yep.
with a 7, 8, or 9 to put it with.
And we do not have a 7, 8, or 9.
We do not. So the next thing you're going to do is look for 2 small tiles that add up to 7, 8, or 9,
Okay,
which we don't have. And then the last thing you're going to do is put them in order from highest to lowest.
okay.
And normally,
You do
that will
high,
be the
low.
set. And this is a 6 and 11 for 7.
Okay,
And a 12 and a 4 for 6. So this hand is 6, 7.
okay. And
So
when
just
you're
like
doing
that.
this, you might look at the dominoes and be like, how are they figuring this out? How are they doing this?
Just adding up the spots.
Right, you just add up the spots. And also, too, something that helps when you're trying to learn this game, it's really good to learn the mythology behind it, the legend behind it, because then that helps you learn the rankings, and you know what's a higher ranking, what's a lower ranking, you know what are pairs, what are not pairs, because there's four tiles, pairs in here that are not even, they do not even look like pairs.
And then there's numbers that are the same that aren't pairs.
Exactly.
Like some of the 7s and the 6s.
Right. So when you're learning this game, the first thing you do is you learn the tiles. You learn the pairs, you learn the names, you learn the rankings, and there's a whole mythology behind it that helps you learn that.
You have any cards?
I do have cards.
Give me some cards real quick out of there.
Okay. Here's some cards.
When you were learning how to, long time ago, about cards, which one of these is the highest? Well, it's this one. Well, why is that? It only has one spot on it. This one's higher than this one?
Yeah.
And then what about these strange ones?
It's a face card.
Female is higher than a male? Or is it the other way around? You know, is the old guy higher than the young guy? Or there's cards go in order, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They make sense. But then there's these ones at the top that you just have to memorize. And Pai-Gow is the same way. Pai-Gow tiles, there are the 5 at the top. You just have to memorize them, what they are. Mm-hmm. And some of them are, like this. This is the highest tile right here is teen. But the second highest tile is day, which only has 2 spots on it.
Yeah.
So,
but it's all about memorizing.
It makes as much sense as this does.
Right.
Ruh-roh. That's what Pip says.
She doesn't bark unless I'm doing a live stream. I swear, she waits until I'm doing a live stream, and then she starts being very vocal.
Okay, so should we take a look at Charles's hand here?
Yeah, let's see. Hey, Rice. Wow. Hey, Rice. How you doing? Rice Perfect. Good to see you. Pip!
That's all right. She's just background noise.
I'm going to get her real quick because she's going to keep going.
All right. I'll keep going while she's gone.
Thank you.
So this looks like a pretty good hand because you've got a teen and a day, but actually it's not very good at all. We have no pair, and we have a teen or a day, but we don't have a 7, 8, or 9 to match to it. And we don't have 2 small tiles that can add up to 7, 8, or 9. So this is going to be a very, very bad hand. The best you can do with this is 1, 4. 1, 4. That's it. That's 10, 11, 2, and 12. That's a very bad hand, and that's the way we're going to play that. 1 and 4. Sorry, Charles. You only bet 50. Good for you. Wow. Pip is on fire. Hey, there she goes. Okay, so this is going to be Mark's hand. And Mark has 4 tiles that are not paired. Hope we can see these tiles. That's not too blurry on that camera. If it's too blurry, let me know. So we do not have a pair. We have a teen or a day, and we do have a 7, 8, or 9 to match it to. So a teen plus an 8 is a gong, and that's going to leave you with 0, unfortunately, and that's going to be the house way to play that hand is going to be 0 gong. That's like in Pai-Gow poker when you have a 3-2 on top and a flush on the bottom.
Yeah.
You're probably going to push, but that's a 0 gong hand. Next is going to be Paul. Okay, Paul has no pair, no teen, no day. So now we're looking for small tiles that add up to 7, 8, or 9. We actually have 2 right here. 6 and 3 is 9. This tile is actually the wild card. This is G, and it can either be a 3 or a 6.
Cool.
So we're going to make 9 there, and that's a 7, 9. That's a good hand.
Sorry about Pip. I can't get her to stop barking. She is sort of going crazy. There is one dog in this neighborhood that she just has a thing for, and if she sees him, she just goes absolutely insane over it. So my apologies for that. Fred, good to see you, Fred. How are you? Oh, that's why it's closed.
Okay.
I forgot to open it back up again. That's why she's flipping out.
Okay. Too bad. Dane is next. And Dane has... Again, no pair, no teen, no day, but I do see 2 small cards that add up to 7, 8, or 9. That's 5 and 4 makes 9. 7, 8 is 5, and we're going to go 5, 9 for Dane.
Hey, thank you very much, David. Thank you for that super
very
chat.
Nice.
Awesome.
Thanks, David.
We got a super chat for $5, which means story time.
Okay.
Now, do you have any fun stories that you would like to share?
Do I have any fun stories? I don't have anything off the top of my head.
No, nothing crazy, nothing weird, nothing like so off the handle, just nuts, nothing... We need to get you in a more exciting casino.
Well, no, I am in a more exciting casino. But I don't have anything off the top of my head. But I'll be prepared next time if I'm ever invited back here.
Do you have any crazy winning stories? Like one of my stories is this guy started off with $20. He was doing everything wrong on blackjack, and then he ended up like leaving the table with $20,000.
Oh, I got a good story like that. There was this guy came in. He bought it for a couple $100, could not lose, ran it up to $60,000. And then ran it all the way back down to 0 and left.
Oh, no.
And the next day he came in, he says, hey, that was pretty fun yesterday when I was up 40,000. And I said, well, actually, you were up 60,000. Yeah, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Oh, my God. Oh, jeez.
So, hey, it's crazy. Psy Creations. Oh, you got 4 blanks. Let's try that again. Okay.
Fred says hi.
Hi, Fred. How you doing? And somebody asked if they won the contest. Rice Perfect. Did I win the merch contest?
Ooh.
Aha! We can't tell you.
I
can't tell you because I have no idea.
So, Rice Perfect, you are one of the finalists, and you will find out tomorrow if you won the contest or not. But technically, you're a finalist, so you're going to get something. But
I think Pip is actually the winner. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say
that. She won first place.
Is Jay a Trekkie too? I can do this, and Heather can't.
I try. I can't do it. It won't work. I try so hard, and I can't. I have to do this, and then I look like a dope.
Prosperity and long life. I don't believe they ever say live long and prosper, and they definitely don't say beam me up, Scotty, anywhere that I've heard. So that's my Star Trek. So we got Psy with 4, no pair here, no teen, no day. I don't see 2 small cards, so we're going to put them in order, and we're going to play them 6, 5, 5, 6.
Cool. Hey Travis, how are you? Good to see you.
All right, Heather, what do you have?
Oh, okay. So this is the dealers.
Mm-hmm.
So I should have been paying attention to you. So now I'm gonna have to do it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I really should have been paying attention when he was talking.
Okay. Heather, do you have a pair?
Do not have a pair.
Do you have a teen or a day?
I do have. No, I don't.
Do you have 2 small cards that have the 7, 8, or 9?
Nope.
Yes, you do.
I do?
Yes, you do.
Oh, because this is a 3.
That's correct.
This is a wild card.
That's the other wild card.
So this could be a 3 or a 6. So then this would be a 4 and a 3, which would be a 7.
7.
Okay.
And that leaves you with?
A 6. So
those 8s are not a pair, so that's 6, 7.
Okay.
6, 7. So let's go around and take and pay.
So what do we have here?
First thing we're going to do is take these 4.
Oh, okay. We're going to take them out.
We should have taken them before anyway.
Okay.
So we have 6, 7. And over here we have 5, 6.
Okay.
Which is no bueno.
Because the 5 loses to the 6 and the 6 loses to the 7.
So we're going to take those.
So that's why we took your money, Cy.
Okay.
Next up is Dane.
Dane has 5, 9.
Ooh.
And we have 6, 7. So that's going to be a push.
Right, because he won 1 and he lost 1. So we're pushing on that.
Okay, next is Paul. Paul has 5, 9. Again, we have 6, 7. That's a push. A lot of pushes in this game.
Yep. Intergalactic Press says this Jay Trekkie too. I love
yes,
that.
that's why I did that.
Cool. I love that. Okay,
Heather's
sorry.
LLIP hand doesn't work. We still love you, Heather.
Thank you, David. I appreciate it.
Blackjack player had a question for me. Shoot. Bring it on.
If you have a question, just feel free to ask.
Mark has a 0 gong, so that's going to be a push. Your gong beats our...
Now explain to them what a gong is again.
A gong is a 2 or a 12 with an 8.
And that's only teen and day, right?
Teen and day with an 8.
Okay.
Teen and day with a 9 is a wong.
Okay.
And it's harder to get because there's only 2 9s in the deck, but there are 4 8s.
Okay.
So there's
and that's
more
why
gongs.
1 is big. That's why 1 is better than.
That's why wong is better than gong.
Okay.
Over here we have a really bad hand. We have 1 4. So sorry, Charlie. Only the best tasting tuna gets to be starfish, star-kissed. I don't know. And over here we have 6 7, and we have 6 7. So we're gonna have to look at the tiles. Felicia's 6 is higher because her 6 is a teen in it.
And this is where we talk about rankings, like the different rankings and everything.
And the house's 7 is higher because we have the high 4.
So would that be a push?
That is a push there.
Okay.
So you won 1, we won 1. That goes there. That goes there. And these get knocked over. Okay. So somebody asked about player banking. Let's do some player banking if we want. We'll start with...
Charles?
No, we would start with Cy over here.
Oh, okay.
So, Cy, if you want to bank, let us know. And if that means is that you will be playing against everybody at the table, and you'll take or pay all of those bets. You have $1,000, so you got enough money to do it. Oops, did I lose one?
Oh yeah, you did lose one.
I did lose one. Hey, we need that one. Okay.
And Pip is sitting on the chips.
That's okay. So Saya's going to pass. Felicia, would you, or let's go this way. Dane, would you like to bank?
Let us know if you would like to bank or not like to bank. And banking, what is banking? So banking is you're acting like the dealer, basically. But banking is good because there are some rules that are in your favor, and that's why banking has a better house edge for the players than, say, normal playing does. You always want to bank.
You should always bank
thank
with
you, David.
Oh, two treats for
Appreciate
Pip.
that. Yes, awesome. She
Paul says he'll bank.
too.
So Dane, was that a yes or a no? Dane says no, then Paul's going to be the banker.
Dane hasn't responded yet. So Dane, would you like to... Ooh, these are hard. Dane, would you like to bank?
Dane's going to skip. So Paul's going to be the banker.
Okay.
So underneath Pip somewhere is that banking.
Here, right here.
Okay.
Thank you, David. Pip
And Paul,
appreciates
your
it.
bet was 100, so I'm assuming you want to bet 100 against the house. If not, let me know. We got to get rid of Pip. Sorry, Pip.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to give her a treat real quick because
Okay.
we got a super
Oh, no,
chat
that's
for
it.
that.
She's good.
So, she's totally...
Anybody want to change any of their bets right now? Of course, I can't see the screen because all I see is Pip.
So, who's banking, Charles? It's Paul.
Paul is banking. Charles, you will be
Okay.
next.
So, Charles will be next.
Okay.
How much can someone win on a sports bet before it becomes taxable? And
That's a
blackjack
really good
player.
question.
Because isn't it different for all
I
the...
believe that none of those bets are taxable.
Really?
Because they're not over 300 to 1 odds.
Oh, okay.
Unless you bet some sort of a really serious parlay where the odds are more than 300 to 1.
Thank you. Pip says
So.
thank you.
Okay. Now, Paul, as the banker, there are some choices you have. You can choose the way we're going to deliver the tiles, and I can show you a few if you want. You can do it from the middle, which is called Junquat. You can do it from the ends, which is called Chi. You can do House Way, which is the way we're doing it. We have one that's called Lung Tao Fung Mei, which means dragon head and phoenix tail, and you can do that
is
from
that
the
the
left
Phoenix one?
or the right.
Okay. Is that
Cup
the only
Se,
Phoenix
which is
one?
from that's the only one that I know.
Okay.
Cup Se, which is tiles from the top. Or we can just do it House Way. You have any suggestions?
No suggestions.
5 seconds or it's House Way. House Way it is. Good. But
So-
I can do some of these crazy banks for you if you want. Just you could say, give me something crazy,
Let
and
me
I can
see
do
the
that too.
Phoenix one. Let's do the
You want to do
Phoenix
that one?
Yeah.
Okay, this is called Lung Tao Fu Mei, and it can be done either side. It can be done from the left or the right.
Girl.
We can do it this way.
And again,
Oops.
Pip says thank you.
And it can be done head first or tail first, but most people do it head first, so that
Now,
would look like that.
If
Let's
you
do
were,
that one.
If you're dealing this game...
Paul says tiles from the top. Good.
Okay.
That's Cup Se.
If you're dealing this game, what happens if you're the dealer and one of the not cards, but one of the tiles
They are
flips
actually
over?
cards. Flips over.
Yeah.
You'll reshuffle.
Just reshuffle.
Yeah, it depends on
Okay.
it depends on when they flip over.
Okay.
Okay.
And when you shuffle, you always wash the deck, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Usually there's a little board here where you can bang the tiles up against. We don't have that, so I have to be a little bit careful.
Okay.
So so Paul wants to do. We'll do it this way. Okay, Paul is 1, 9, and 17. That's 11. So 9, 10, 11. So it's going to start here. Oops, wrong ones. Yeah, come back here.
There we go.
I got the hands of a sturgeon. That's there. Okay.
Oh,
rattle
thank you,
these in.
David. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Oh, cool.
By the way, just so you guys know, I am not really on social media anymore. For anyone who is watching, my assistant Nicole is the one that is doing all of my social media stuff. She's the one posting on Facebook. She'll be the one commenting. I'm still commenting on Twitter, so you'll still see me on Twitter. And then she's the one doing Instagram as well, or I might be doing Instagram.
Wolfgar 1, 8, and 15
One of
is in
those.
Pai-Gow Poker. 1, 9, and 17 in tiles because there are extra spots. There's
Right.
one extra spot, so you have to add one more from that.
So
Okay, now Paul, close your eyes. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to set you houseway also. So, starting from
Now,
we'll just...
Well, first off, when we're doing the banker, when the player is banking, they don't set their tiles.
No.
So they have to wait for all of the
Everybody
other
else will
players.
set their hands face down.
Right, first.
And then they'll set their hand face down, and then the house will set our hand face up.
Right, just so you know.
But we'll have Paul set his house way so he can watch. You can watch the stream. You don't have to close your eyes the whole time.
So is Felicia first?
As far as setting them up,
Yeah.
we can go left to right, right to left. We can start with the banker and go around. That's as good as anything. So let's start with Mark.
So Mark, you're first.
Mark's got a bunch of white tiles here. Do we see a pair? We don't see a pair. We don't have a teen or a day.
Nope.
We don't have two small cards.
Nope.
So we're going to put them in order. 6, 8, 10, 11. And we're going to go just like that.
And that way you do the high-low.
7, 8.
So
7, 8. 7, 8. That's not bad. Okay, so come over here to Charles.
Oh, woohoo!
Charles has a pair.
We got
That's
a
a very
pair.
good pair, too. That's the third highest pair.
Now, this is called the goose.
Fourth highest
As
pair.
far as the ranking goes, this is the goose, and you could tell because this is the body, and then this is the wings right here.
So I guess we
Yay!
go this way. No.
No, stop that.
But the wings are going the same way.
Yeah,
That's
but
not very
it has
aerodynamic.
to fly.
Okay.
It's flying.
So left over after this pair is a 9 and a 6. Very good. That's a 3 or a 6.
Oh, I should have answered?
Well,
Oh, oops. I missed that one.
Charles answered. So that's 5. That's 5 and a pair. So
That's
very
good.
good.
And you would say 5 bow,
5
right?
bow.
Okay.
5 bow. Okay, we lose somebody? Fred.
I'm looking.
Fred's gone.
Oh, bye, Fred.
Bye, Fred.
See you later, Fred. Hope you have a good night. Good to
And
see you.
Rice Perfect, message redacted.
Oh, he probably when they do the message redacted, they usually like do a message and then delete it. And
Oh.
then that's when it does message redacted.
Oh, I thought he said something dirty.
I thought that too the first time I saw that. The very first time I ever saw that.
That's also a line from a Jonathan Colton song, but never mind.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go. Felicia. Oh, okay. Well, this looks interesting. There's a lot of red involved. Do we have a pair? No, we
pair.
don't. We do have a teen or a day
Do we
with
have
a 7, 8, or 9.
Ooh, we do have a 7 and we have a 9.
We always do them in that order. 7 first. 7, 8, 9. So
But-
that's a high 9.
Wait a minute. So isn't the 9 better? So why won't you do it
But
with
if
the
we do it
better?
this way, it makes your low hand a lot lower.
And you're trying to balance
You're
it.
trying to balance.
So that's why you would always. This
So
is
let's
the way
see
you
what we
balance
get.
it.
Sometimes there's exceptions. So that's a high 9, and that leaves you with 9 and 6 is 5.
So 5 high 9.
Right. If we did it the other way, we'd have 7 and 6 would be 3 and a wong. So the house way would be 5 and high 9.
Okay, so that's why you do 5 high 9 versus 3 wong. You want to balance it.
And let's look at the house's hand next, since we're not.
No, wait, we have to do the house last. No, we do the house last.
Paul's the banker.
No, we have to do the house last.
We do?
Yeah,
Why?
because that's how it goes. We do the player, and then Paul does his,
Yeah.
and then we do ours.
But they're not here.
But
okay.
no, you can't do that.
She says we can't do that. She's the casino manager here. I'm just hired help. Okay, so side creations, you have no pair, no teen, no day. We don't have two small tiles out of the 7, 8, or 9. So we'll put them in order, lowest to highest. And we have a 4 and a 5.
4 5.
4, 5. 4, 5, right?
Cool. So next up is Dane.
Next up is Dane. Okay.
Duck,
Again,
duck, goose.
gray duck. Gray goose is better than gray duck. I've never drank a gray duck. Okay. When you have 4s and 6s and 7s in the same hand, that's usually not that good.
Yeah.
So we have no teen, no day, no pair. So when we put them in order,
And we do high low.
it's 3, 4.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's the best. It's a high 3, so that's...
We're trying to make it better for you.
Okay, can I look at the house's hand now?
Okay, I'm allowing you to look at the house's hand now.
Okay. Hey, I
give
saw
you-
that before.
I give you permission.
Okay. Thank you, Floor. So we have in here, we have no pair, but we do have a teen or a day. We have a day.
We have. Oh, okay. I keep thinking this is a teen for some reason.
No, teen,
I know.
Teen's got a lot more spots on it.
Yeah, and it's white too.
So we have a 7, 8, or 9. We have a 7 and an 8. If we take the 7, the 8 and 6 will make a 4. If we take the 8, the 7 and 6 will only make a 3.
Okay,
So
you
we'll
want
take
it
the
to
7,
be a
we'll go
4.
high 9 and 4. 4 high 9.
So now we do.
Now Paul's hand.
Now it's Paul.
Now remember, Paul is taking or paying all of these bets. Paul has a teen and a day. Paul does not have any pairs. Teen and a day. no 7, 8, or 9.
Nope.
And no 2 small cards that add up to 7, 8, or 9.
That's not really good. So I guess that would be the best, right? A 7 and a... Ooh, but that's a 3. That's horrible.
No good. High and low would make that a 4, 5. It's
Ouch.
a very good 4. It's 4, 6. I'm sorry, 4, 6.
Okay.
4, 6. So we'll start with the house's hand. The house has 4, high 9. Our 4, I should have this the other way, is lower than Paul's 4. That's Paul, right? Paul has the highest possible 4. So we lose that half, but we win this half. So that's going to be a push. So we take our money back and we push.
Bye, Rice Perfect. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for showing up. I should send you an email tomorrow, but it was good to see you, Rice Perfect.
Great Duck Vodka in Minnesota. I have to go to Minnesota and drink vodka? I could be persuaded. So this is Paul's hand right here that we're comparing against.
So now this is the banker's hand.
This is the banker's hand. And this is the banker. So Mark has 7, 8, 4. That's a winning hand. Mark wins. So then we go over here to Charles. Charles
Mark wins?
Yep.
So why didn't you pay him?
Because Paul's going to pay him at the end.
Oh, because he's banking.
He's banking.
Okay, so
Okay.
when
we have a player banker, we have to see, because the commission is going to be on the total.
Right, but the when you're playing when you're doing player banker, the house is not paying.
Usually
the money.
we take the losers and the pushes, and then we go back and pay the winners.
Okay, so you have a pile to work with.
Yeah, either way.
Okay, I gotcha.
So
hopefully you guys understood what we were
Yep.
what we were talking about.
7, 8. Mark was a winner. Then over here we have a pair and a 5. And that 5... I did have this backwards. Okay. We only have a 4 here. So Charles is a winner also.
Cool.
Sorry, Paul. It's going to be expensive. 5 and 9. That's a winner here.
Okay.
Cy has 4, 5. We have 4, 6. So...
That's a...
No, that's...
Oh, because...
That money goes here.
So you had a higher ranking 4 than they did, and that's why you won the 4.
Correct.
Okay.
And finally, Dane has a 3, 4, and that's going to lose also.
Okay, so because we're doing player banker, we take all the losers, we put them in a pile, and then when we pay the winners, we use it from the money.
We're going to use this money to pay, starting with. So Mark is going to get paid, and that's $5 commission on 100.
So we take the 5 for commission.
And then Charles is going to get paid. We're going to break this down. We're going to pay Charles, and Charles has to pay $250 commission. So we're going to give him 20. Got lots of quarters now.
Thank you.
$22.50 change on that, and we take the hands as we pay them. And that's what's that was ours. I'm sorry.
Yeah, -1.
So Paul's going to end up losing about $50 on the hand. Felicia, $5 commission for that.
So when you're doing player banker, the house still gets the commission, but Paul, the one who's doing the banking, he has to pay any of the winners. But if any of the losers happen, then he gets paid that money they lost.
Okay. So we will reset everybody. Paul, I'm going to put you back. Anybody want something different than what they said? Let us know.
Paul says it's pretty stressful knowing he has to pay everyone.
That was only it ended up being $50. Where'd this come from?
Oh, that's not good. Where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
Isn't that Paul's?
I think that was Mark's.
Oh, that was Mark's. Okay.
Yep, that's Mark's.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Rocky. Good to see you. How are you? Thank you for stopping by.
So we are resetting the bets. The new banker is going to be Mark.
Right. By the way, thank you so much, Rocky. I really appreciate your help. So if anyone is out there and you guys are my Star Trek people, I just have to give Rocky a big thank you, a big, what do you call it when you are when you're showing someone appreciation, what is that called?
A big thumbs up.
We're giving you a big thumbs up. Okay. So, as you guys know who have been following me in Star Trek, it has been taking me a while to edit the videos and get them out there. And Rocky is doing us a big service, and Rocky's now editing our Star Trek videos. So we are going to have more Star Trek videos coming out, hopefully once per day. That's what I'm going to try to do, is just once every day. And that is all thanks to Rocky. So all of those new videos that are going to be coming out this week, that's thanks to Rocky, because he's doing all the editing. So thank you for that, Rocky. Appreciate that.
Okay, Charles has very quietly raised his bet to 200.
Okay.
Mark, very well explained analysis of this game. Oh, I got lucky. Size going up to 150.
Thank you.
And it's funny because it's very repetitive. Every hand after hand, you will get the same way Heather does with the 6s and the jacks. you'll get used to this. You
Yeah.
really will. So our banker's going to be Mark.
Wait, I got a question for you.
Okay, you have a question.
What was the easiest game that you have ever dealt in your life?
Red Dog.
What's that?
AC Deucey.
Oh, AC Deucey. Okay.
High card and a low card. You bet how much you want to bet. It's going to be in the middle, and we take and pay everybody.
Sounds good.
Easiest game. Well, that and the Big Six Wheel.
That's what I was thinking. The Big Six Wheel.
The Big
That was
Six
going
Wheel's
to be my
pretty easy
answer.
too. But as far as card games, AC Deucey. It was
Now-
big in Atlantic City in the 1980s, and you don't see that game anymore.
You know how easy Big Six is, right?
Yes.
We actually had a dealer who couldn't deal blackjack, couldn't deal any of the carnival games, so they put her on Big Six, and she couldn't deal the Big Six. So the number came up, and you're supposed to take all the losers first and pay the winners. And here she was, okay, so I'll pay that winner. Okay, so I'll take that loser. I'll pay this. And they're like, oh, Jesus, get her off the table. We can't even have her be a dealer.
So,
Quick story.
Mark, we'll give you some sort of a special bank here, unless you have something specific. Okay, we're going to do Junquat, which is a very, very popular bank. And again, you are number 1817.
Did you get, oh yeah, you did.
Everybody's bet that they got up there.
Okay, looks like it. Thank you, Wolfgar.
And we have 8, so that's going to be it. So Junquat is, you get those, and then those go here. Oops.
Yeah, he did do a bunch of panels.
Those
He's
and
pretty much
these.
doing all the rest of the panels that we have.
you betting-
Rocky's doing it.
You're betting 100, I thought. So
Oh, okay, sorry.
okay, those are the dead ones. Those are here.
Sai says that they prefer Pai-Gow poker.
Well, Pai-Gow poker is a little bit more relatable, but this game is kind of cool, and you don't get to see this game a lot.
No.
There's about
Maybe.
7 or 8 places in Vegas that have it,
And
and
that's it.
California. It's big in California.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And
I've never seen a casino have more than one game in their casino. More than one Pai-Gow tiles.
Palace
game.
Station has 2.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Some of the places, Harrah's, I think, had 2.
Do they still? They probably don't, right?
But Palace Station definitely has 2.
Okay.
I'm 100%
so they
sure of
totally
that.
still have
And
that.
Palace Station usually has it at a $10 minimum, too. So if you're ever looking to come and you want to try it. That's how I learned this game. I came to Vegas a million years ago, and I'm sick of all the rest of these games that I see all the time. And I saw a dealer on a table just playing with the tiles, and I said, how do you play this game? And he said, put $10 right here, and I'll show you. So I put $10, and he very quickly set the hand, and he figured I was going to be on my way. But as I started to figure it out, he started to explain it to me, and I stayed and played for like 4 hours and just betting $10 a hand, and it was a lot of fun. Then he finally gave me a brochure and said, here's the rankings of the tiles, so now you can figure this out, and, thanks for keeping me company while I was standing on a dead game. So it worked out well.
That's cool.
So we got the tiles all delivered, and we're going to start here, right? Start here with Charles. So I'll move our hand out of the way here. Okay. Wow. That is a monster hand. Do we have a pair? Yes, we do.
Oh,
Those are the only 2 9s in the deck, and they match.
Yep.
And what does that leave you for a low hand?
Wow.
A high 9. That is a monster hand. That's bow, high 9 bow.
That's a really good hand.
Oh,
Congratulations.
too bad. You only bet 200.
Stop that.
Sorry, Mark. That one's probably going to cost you. Felicia. Okay. I don't see any pairs, and I don't see a teen or a day. Do you see 2 small cards that add up to 7, 8, or 9?
I do.
Okay. That's 9 right there, which leaves 4. That's a 49er.
49er.
Okay.
Awesome.
By the way, the Pai-Gow, Gow means 9, and Pi means card. These are cards. These are actually, that's what they're called. They're called cards. We call them tiles, but,
They're cards.
Yeah, when I say
So-
2 small cards, these are cards.
So Pai-Gow technically means card 9.
Card 9.
Okay.
Card 9.
So
although some people will say that Pai-Gow in English means waste of time.
Thank you. Okay,
That's
so
my line.
What I was told when I was the dealer was Pai-Gow means nothing. You have a nothing hand, and that's always what I was told for a long time. And then I found out later.
Actually, the way the Asians or the Chinese they'll call that hand as a lob. Nothing.
what?
Lob. Nothing.
lob.
Lob. Nothing. Bad hand.
Is that it with a B or a P?
Yes.
Lob?
Lob. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I speak very, very little Cantonese and even less Mandarin, so I know enough Cantonese to deal this game, and maybe a little bit more.
You know
but
more
not
than
not a
me.
whole lot. So let's see what Psy Creations can do with this hand. Psy Creations, you have a pair.
Oh, good.
Unfortunately,
Oh, no.
you have a 1.
A one
One bow. That's probably a push hand. That's a very high. It's a fourth highest pair.
Oh no.
So that's a very good pair, and nothing on the top. But it does beat a 0.
So Wolfgar says you actually get to shake the cup in the casino if you're a player banker.
Pai-Gow tiles, Pai-Gow poker, you can slam it down real
but
hard.
You cannot open it. Only the dealer
can open it.
Right.
And you'll notice when a dealer shakes it, they'll just set it. They usually do 3 and just set it down. The players will slam it because that's supposed to be
good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, okay.
Well, we don't want to good luck against the players. We just set it down.
Oh, so if you're the dealer and you slam it, it's
that's
sort of like
bad luck to the players.
Oh.
There are a lot of superstitions.
That is really good etiquette to know.
In this game and a lot of other games. So if you are dealing this game, you basically want to shake it 3 times. If a player banker is going to be banking, you're going to shake it a couple of times and then give it to them. Sometimes they'll shake it. Sometimes they'll just top it.
And then you open it.
Then you open it.
Okay.
The dealer will always open it.
But if you're dealing this game, don't slam the thing on the table.
Never slam the thing on the thing. That's always a bad thing.
Never slam the thing on the thing. Never slam the dice cup on the table.
Unless you're a player. Then you can slam away.
Okay.
Okay, so Dane, I don't see a pair.
Nope.
I do see a 10 or a day, but there's not a 7, 8, or 9.
Nope.
So this is one of those hands where we're going to try to look for 2 small cards that can add up to 7, 8, or 9.
Now this one could be 3 or 6.
That
because
can.
that's the wild card.
That's
right?
correct.
Okay.
So this is that kind of hand where we're gonna. There's only 3 ways we can play the hand. Let's take a look at them. So this would be 6, 6. That's the pretty balanced way. If we do it any other way, we've got 8, 4. That's no good. And this would be 2, 7. That's no good. So we're going to go 6, 6.
Okay, because you always want to balance.
You always want to balance the hand. That's the high. That's the low. 6, 6.
Cool.
Next is Paul.
2 Bweens. Did I hear that right? Someone couldn't even deal big 6? Yes, there are people out there who can't deal anything, actually.
Paul, you said you made flashcards to learn this game? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That is absolutely
really cool.
awesome. Okay, so here we have...
Oh, I'm sorry, Pip.
Oh, don't step on Pip.
I know I stepped on her. I'm sorry.
No pair, but we do have a teen.
Sorry.
And we do have a 7. So that makes a high 9. And that leaves us with 4. And that's a 4 high 9. Okay, now we're going to do our hand.
Okay.
Okay, we have no pair, no teen, no day, no small cards. So we put them in order 6, 7, 8, 10, and we go 6, 5, 6.
So we have 5, 6.
5, 6.
Now, is that good for the dealer, or does the dealer, you're basically looking for like 3, 4?
Oh, you mean, well, first of all, Mark is the dealer. Mark is the banker.
right. I'm sorry, because we're doing the banking.
Yeah. So now, Mark's hand. Probably going to lose to this one, but let's see what to get the rest of them here. Okay. Mark has a good hand as well.
Good.
I don't see a pair, but there is a teen, and there is an 8 to match it with. So that's a gong. That's a high gong. And that leaves you with 7.
Cool.
So you have 7 gong. We have 5, 6. We surrender.
Yep. So Mark wins that. And
so
then
Mark is the banker now, and we're going to go around. So Charles.
But he gets this, right?
Yeah, this is his money.
Okay.
This money piled up in the middle now belongs to Mark.
If we have money here, isn't that money that was lost to him?
Yeah, we just lost that 100.
Oh, okay.
Here's our hand.
It's just like the players.
Yep.
Gotcha.
We lost that money.
Okay.
That belongs to the banker.
Gotcha.
Over here, this is going to be a winning hand here. He's got a high 9, and he's got a bow, and he's got a winner. We knew that was a winner a long time ago. Okay, Felicia has 4 and an 8. 4 no good, 8 no good. I'm just going to do this once, okay? Bye, Felicia.
Oh, no.
Just once, I promise. That's the last time I'll do that. Okay, over here we have a bow, which beats the gong, but that's no good, so that's going to be a push. Dane, 6, 6, no good. Right? 7, gong.
So that one's a loser.
Mm-hmm. And finally, Paul has a high 9, which is no good, and a 4, which is no good. Okay, so we're going to pay Charles $200, $10 commission, and we have $200 left, which is your money.
So Mark
$10
got $200
commission.
off of that.
Very nice. Good bank. Okay, press change, rearrange.
Awesome.
Make your new bets.
So now in a casino, would the bank go back to the dealer, and then on the next hand, one of the players could do it? Sometimes,
yes. Sometimes they'll go around and let everybody bank once in sequence. Sometimes it has to go back and forth to the house, depending on the casino. Depends on the casino. We're going to give you the best player possible rules here at Heather's Casino.
Yes.
So
every casino is different. Do you ever go into a casino, and I'm sure you do, but do you ever go into a casino and you look at it and you're like, why are you doing that procedure? Like, why are you doing what you're doing? I've done that before.
Okay. Procedures. Procedures are funny things. Back in the old days, there was a lot of cheating going on. And for every cheating move, the house developed a procedure that will beat that move. For example, dealers taking chips off the table and walking away. Now you have to clear your hands. And that the clap is irrelevant. Some dealers will do that, and they'll think that's... Clearing your hands is fingers spread, up, down, up, and then leave. So that procedure. And every one of these procedures is to defeat some sort of cheating move.
But now here's the thing. With every single casino, there were people who would go into casinos and they wouldn't know what to do. So they would take procedures from different houses that they worked at and they would make their own thing. But some of those things are irrelevant, or they didn't understand why they had to do what they did. So it wasn't put into place correctly. And now you have these policies and procedures that are extra, that aren't really doing what they're supposed to do.
You want me to tell a quick long story?
Yes, a quick long story.
There was this little girl. Her mother was teaching her how to make a roast. And the mother said, the first thing you do is you cut the end off the roast and you turn it sideways. And the little girl says, why do we do that? The mother says, I don't know. It's the way my mother always did it. So they go and see Grandma. Say, Grandma, why do we cut the end off the roast and turn it sideways? She goes, well, I don't know. That's the way my mother always did it. So they go over to the old folks' home. And Great-Grandma's there. Hey, Great-Grandma. What? Hey, Great-Grandma. Yeah? When you made a roast, how come you always cut the end off and turn it sideways? My pan was too small. So 3 generations have been doing this procedure for no reason, and there's casinos that do procedures for no reason. If you're a dealer and you don't know the reason for a procedure, ask your supervisor. They might say, I don't know, let's ask the pit manager. I don't know, let's ask the shift manager. When it gets to me and I don't know, we get rid of the procedure.
That's a really great way to say that. That was awesome.
And that joke is rated G.
It's a good one. I love it when the jokes are rated G.
Okay. So, our next banker, Charles.
Felicia wants to raise that to 150.
Absolutely. You can.
And Alan
Anybody
says, hi, I am confused about this game.
Good,
hey,
so am
Alan.
I.
How are you?
Charles went down to 75.
Yeah.
Who was the last banker, Mark? Charles, did you want to bank?
And Alan, what are you confused about? And also, have you ever played Pai-Gow poker? Let us know if you've played Pai-Gow poker before. Intergalactic Press says, that was a good story, Jay.
Thanks. Glad you enjoyed it. So that was the story I didn't tell before. Charles, did you want to bank?
Let us know, Charles.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to assume that your bet against the house is going to be 75? Or do you want it to be the 200 you bet last time? It's up to you.
Do you want it to be 200 or do you want it to be 75, Charles? Let us know which one you want. Do you have any other casino stories like that?
I'm sure I have a million of them that I just can't think of right off the top of my head. But
we have to put you in the right...
I'll write them down. I'll be prepared next time, okay? I'll have stories. Once I start telling stories, I don't stop. So that would
Same
be,
with jokes. Dude, you were like one right after the other with the jokes.
They just have to come up. Alan, you've never played this game? We will. By the time we're done with this stream, you will at least understand what's going on. Charles is going to bet 75. Yeah. Okay. Charles, we're going to do a different delivery for you. We're going to go what's called Chi-Yi. We're going to do it's called Take the Ears. Chi-Yi.
And those are the ears.
Those are the ears.
Okay.
So we'll do that delivery for you. Okay, Charles takes the dice. You want me to slam it? I don't care. No, here we go. 12. So it's 9, 10, 11, and 12 is going to be there. So the ears, and go there, and then go this way.
So why do you separate them in both? Is that just the delivering method?
That's the ears.
That's the
ears.
ears.
You take the tops, and then the bottoms.
Okay.
And that's you, and then the top, and that's me.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And then we'll move this over here.
Once the cards are delivered, dealers should always shake the dice again before they put it back, just in case. Like, wait, we dealt it wrong. Oh, sorry, too bad. I already shook the dice.
Well, what's the real reason for the dealer shaking the dice?
That's the real reason.
Oh, that is the real reason?
Either that or, let's say that we left it at the 11 it was, and we don't shake it, and then the next time it's Felicia's banking, and we just go like that, and she taps it, and we already beat the dice.
Okay.
To beat this game, you have to know the locations of some tiles and be able to beat the dice to steer them to the right place. And there's all kinds of ways that this game has been cheated. People will slide tiles back and forth. There's been casinos that have put like a little metal strip in between the spots so you can't slide a tile.
Oh, okay.
When players are banking, sometimes they'll share the bank. You know, they'll give a tile to somebody else to look at. A lot of times when they look at the tiles, they won't look at them. They'll try to field them. This is a big tile. This is a... That should be an 8. That's an 11. That was close. Okay, so.
I'm going to grab some water.
Okay.
It's so nice having two people here. I'll be right back.
She'll be right back.
I got to grab some water.
Okay, so we're going to start with Felicia this time. And Felicia has no pair. She does have a teen, and she does have a 7 to put it with. So that makes a high 9. 12 and 7 is a high 9, and that leaves you for your low hand a 5. 5 and high 9. It's a good hand. Forgot to take these. Come over next to Cy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Wow. That's a good hand. We don't have a pair. We have a teen with an 8. That makes a gong. And that leaves you with...
Oh, a 9.
A 9. That's the wild card. 6 and 3 is 9, so that's 9 gong. Good hand.
Cool.
That should be a winner. Dane. Dane, no pair, but you do have a day. 8 or a 9. We'll put it with the 8. That makes a gong. Leaves you with 9. 9 gong.
Intergalactic Press says that you should write a book with your stories.
I could write a book with my story. I've been in the casino business for 34 and a half years now.
I bet you have some great stories.
I probably do, but just off the top of my head, see, when you get old, you forget stuff. But I'll come up with
You're
some.
not
I'll have
old.
some ready next time. I'm older than I look. Next week, I'll be even older.
It's
Paul,
your birthday.
my birthday is Saturday. I'll be years old. Okay. Paul, 56. I'll be 56 on Saturday.
Nice.
I am a baby boomer. Okay. Paul, no pair, no teen, no day, but we do have 2 small cards adding up to 9. And that's a 7, 7, 9.
Cool.
Starting to get the hang of this. Let me know if this is starting to make a little bit more sense.
It makes
If I'm
more
going too fast, if I'm going too slow.
It helps too memorizing the rankings, because I think the hardest part about this game is looking at the tiles and figuring out what to do with them, you know.
But the rankings have actually only come up on one hand so far where it's made a difference.
Right, but when you're looking at the rankings, for example, you
Right.
know that you had the 2-9 pair because the 9s don't match. But
Correct.
if you memorize the rankings, you would know that those 2 9s match.
Wolfgar says it does make sense. We're getting somewhere. Okay, Mark.
Yay!
Okay.
Rocky says a sneak drink off screen.
She did.
Vodka
Wow,
or
wait, that was
something.
vodka.
It was not vodka. It was
As far as you
water. That was a huge sip
Smells
of
like
vodka.
Smells like vodka.
Really?
We have a teen or a day. We have a day. 7, 8, or 9. We have all of the above. Again, when you have choices, you're always going to use the lowest one, and that makes your low hand the highest. So if we use the 7, that makes a 7 here. If we use the 8, it would be a 6. If we use the 9, it would be a 5. So we're going to use the 7. That's a high 9. That's a 7 and a high 9.
Cool.
Okay.
Intergalactic Press says gong is lower than a wong?
Correct.
Question mark.
Wong.
Is it wong or wang? Or
It-
wong with
It is
the
Wong.
O-N or
It is
wong
Wong.
with the A?
Well, it's spelled with the Chinese character.
Right,
but
but
it
I
does.
mean-
Yes, it does mean king.
Right, but you know wong, it's like the way that they pronounce it, it's an A, but it's wong.
Yes, good question.
Oh, okay.
It is a gong is lower than a wong.
And won means king or emperor in Chinese or Korean.
That is correct. It does mean king.
So it is
Gong.
yeah, if
Bong.
and a won is bigger than a gong, so
Correct.
it makes sense that a won is a king.
Right.
Is a gong a queen?
I don't know. I think it's a
Okay.
gong. I think it's the thing you hit.
It's the thing you that thing.
not
okay.
going. Gong, not going. What is right and wrong?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. Okay, so here's the house's hand right now. Ooh, we've got a pair. Those match. And that leaves us with 8. 8 and a pair.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll put those over to the side. And Charles, let's see what you got.
So this was the dealer's?
This is the dealer's hand
Okay.
right there. Charles, the banker hand is... Well, it's
Ooh.
interesting. We do not have a teen or a day or a pair. This is not a pair. But we do have 2 small cards that up to 7, 8, or 9. That's 8. Which leaves us with 11, and 3 is...
Well, that would be a 6.
Very
right?
good!
Okay.
7. That's the wild card.
Cool.
7, 8. 7, 8. So the banker's hand is 7, 8.
And the
Our
dealer's
hand is a pair, 8 pair. So we win.
Because
So-
your 8 is higher ranking than
No,
your...
no, because our 8 beats his 7.
Oh, he had a 7.
Yeah, his
Okay.
8 is his high hand.
His 8 is his high end.
Right.
Okay, got
So we win, so that means that we're going to put these over here with the chips on top. We win.
it. Okay.
Now we're going to bring your hand to the middle, and we're going to take and pay accordingly. So over here you have 8. 7, 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we have here 5 and a high 9. That's a push. The 5 doesn't beat the 7. The high 9 beats the 8. So that's a push. Coming back over here.
And when you're doing the ranking, you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 like normal. And then
0.
it's high 9. Oh,
0.
0.
Yes.
0 up to 9,
Right.
which is high 9. And then it's gone, 1, and then pairs. And
Correct.
that's how you do the rankings.
And the highest pair is G June, which are the lowest 2 tiles, but they make the highest pair.
But if G June is ever separate, then
They're
those are the lowest.
They're the lowest. Those are the wild cards.
Okay.
So.
Which is the ones where either there's 3 or 6.
Now, Heather didn't get this one, but if anybody's ever played Stratego, and you remember the spy is the lowest tile, but it beats the 1. If you attack the 1, it wins, so it's the lowest, but it's also the highest. So
Okay.
anybody that
We
doesn't
still
know
got to
that,
play that game.
anybody that doesn't know that, that's okay. That game is older than I am. So over here we have 9 gong, and that's going to be a winner. So that's a winner right there. Next we have 9 gong again.
Sai says it took a month to learn Pai-Gow poker and Asian poker, so it'll probably take me half of that time to understand these tiles.
Once you understand the tiles, the game is easy, and it's just
You
like the
mean
deck
poker?
of cards. No, the tiles.
Oh, okay.
Once you understand the cards in a regular deck of cards, and you know that an ace beats a king and a king beats a jack, once you know all that, which it seems like pretty self-explanatory, but you've been growing up with cards your whole life. You haven't seen these your whole life.
Right.
So
It's not.
once you get that part with the first top 5 rankings, the rest is easy.
I think the hardest part for me when I was learning this game was actually looking at the tiles and counting them. Because I would sit there and I would literally like use my fingers and try to count them. Like, what's this?
Okay.
You know? And you're like, oh, geez.
So here's what we got. We have 2 winners here. Now we're up to Paul. Paul has a 9, which beats the dealer's 8, the banker's 8. Paul has a 7, and so does the house. Paul's 7 is higher. That's a higher tile than that.
And that's where the ranking comes
That's where the ranking comes in. Paul has a winning hand. Sorry.
Okay.
Over here we have a high 9, which is good, and a 7. We have a 7 here and a 7 here. That's the higher tile right there. That's the 3rd highest tile.
And because they have a higher tile, their 7 beats your 7.
So unfortunately, Charles, you got to pay everybody.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Charles.
House always gets paid first.
It didn't work out. Darn it. What is the minimum maximum for this game?
Depends on the house. Palace Station, you could bet $10. A lot of places it's $25. Some places it's $100.
Yeah, normally it's 25.
Places in California, you can bet whatever. So we got 150 here.
Jim agrees with you. Stratego, whatever.
Stratego
is a great game.
It is.
And the spy can beat 1 if it attacks, and 1 can also beat the spy if it attacks.
Correct.
And gone is the castle. Oh, they say gone is the castle.
Okay, good. So Dane. Oh, did I take? I paid you 150. I didn't take commission for
Charles. That. Charles says, "What are you doing to me?"
I'm just taking the money that that doesn't belong. So that's 100 here, and we'll take 5 commission from that. And 100 here, we'll take 5 commission for that.
It just didn't work, Charles.
It didn't work. The last bank worked real well. Mark gets 100, and we'll take commission for that.
So
and that is that.
So did Charles lose?
He lost quite a bit.
He lost 400.
Well, he's got 662.50 left. So.
You got 600.
Yeah, you got 600 left from your 1,000. You're still very much alive.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna reset the bets. Anybody wants to change their bets, let us know.
It's 8 o'clock too. We got maybe 15, 30 minutes at the very most. So what do you say? 2 more hands?
2 more hands.
Okay, 2 more hands, you guys.
2 more hands.
Let us know if you want to change your bet or do anything
Okay, Felicia,
different.
do you want to bank? And Charles, what do you want to bet?
So, Felicia, we're waiting for you, Felicia and Charles.
Setting you back up for 75 unless I hear otherwise. We'll start shuffling.
Mark says, will they set your tiles the house way for you?
Yes, just ask for house way. They'll be happy to do it.
Sounds good.
Or you can ask them, how do I play this? And they will tell you the house way.
And the house way is always like the best way to play. So it's not like they're setting you up for failure.
The house way is always theoretically the best way to play until you see the other hand.
Which is why Face Up Pai-Gow is so wonderful.
Face Up Pai-Gow. Face Up Pai-Gow is an interesting game. It was invented by a dealer in California. And I took a look at that game and said, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. There's no decisions to make. I exposed too many tiles. There's not enough room on here to shuffle them. It's not just me.
Sorry.
That's okay. I said this is the dumbest game I've ever seen, but players seem to like it. So as a casino manager. I said, well, if they like it, we'll bring it in. And I was the very first person to bring Face Up Pai-Gow into Nevada.
That's cool.
And it's been a huge hit.
Thank him for bringing that in here.
Especially if you were that dealer at Thunder Valley Casino in California that invented the game.
Yeah.
Whose name escapes me because, again, I'm old and I can't remember. So
now,
Felicia, did she say she's banking?
I don't see. Yeah, Felicia will bank,
She will
then
bank.
Charles is going up to 125.
Charles is going up to 125.
Mark is going up to 200.
Mark is going up to 200.
And Sai is going up to 200.
Sai is going up to 200. Any more bets? Any more bets? Any more bets?
Paul asks, add a $10 bonus bet in addition to the $100 main bet. He wants to know if he could do a bonus bet.
We really don't have a bonus bet for this game.
No bonus bet. Sorry, no bonus bet. That's a different
We
game.
can invent one.
No, don't invent one.
Sai said 200. We got that. He who shall not be named in California. He shall be named. He's a good guy. I just don't remember his name.
No, that's the other guy. That's the guy at the Star Trek convention that we're not going to talk about.
Oh, okay. Because the dealer that invented this game actually called it 7-Up Pai-Gow.
Oh, really?
But 7-Up sued him because
Are you serious?
soda company, so they had to change the name, so that's why they call it Face Up Pai-Gow.
Oh, man.
7-Up Pai-Gow was an awesome name.
That would have been a great name.
Okay, Felicia's going to be the banker, and
Let's do this.
we assume that's going to be 100?
Yeah,
Okay,
100.
that's what she had there. Oh, what kind of delivery can we do for Felicia?
The Phoenix? Have we done the Dragon Phoenix?
No, we haven't.
Let's do the Dragon Phoenix.
Okay, let's do the Lung Tao Fu Mei, and we'll put the head closest to her.
Okay.
So that's going to go that way. And we'll deal with head first, so put those like that. And
Felicia wants
14.
to do... Okay.
What does she want to do?
She wants to do 150 instead
Sure,
of 100.
she can do 150.
And then Dane wants to do 200 as well.
Dane wants to do 200, okay. Anybody else?
Nope.
Pair Fortune side bet.
And Justice says, when place has tiles, do they usually have one or two tables?
A lot of places have one. Power Station has two.
And do they have pair fortune side bets?
I have not heard of that side bet. I know that I've seen places that used to have where there was a jackpot, which you didn't pay anything for. And if you got Ji-Jun and the teen pair, which are the top 4 tiles, you won the jackpot.
Okay.
But I haven't seen any side bets for this game. I'm sure there are some. So we're at 14,
Bye,
17,
Ybarra.
16, 15, 14.
Thank you
So
for
Paul
joining
gets
us.
the head.
Appreciate it. We'll see
And
you
the
on the
tail.
next live stream.
And the head.
Wolfgar says tiles is tough to find in
tail.
Vegas. It really just depends. It
and the head.
depends on where you're looking. So if you go to
tail.
Palace Station, you could find something at Palace Station. You could also find something, I believe, at Bellagio, Caesars.
Rio,
Rio's the
Harrah's.
other
Wynn had it. They took it out.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't go to the strip.
Cosmo. Would
Cosmo? I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't go to the strip that often, so I'm not sure. Okay, so Sai Creations, you're going to set your hand first here. Okay. I don't see a pair.
No pair.
We have a teen or a day. We have a day. Do we have a 7, 8, or 9? Yes, we have a 9.
We do have a 9. Okay.
And there's your hand right there. That's a Wong.
Uh-huh.
6 Wong.
One.
And you always call the low hand first. That's 6 Wong.
So you would never say 1, 6. You would always say 6
6
Wong.
Wong. 6
Okay.
Wong. Dane is next. Do we have a pair?
Nope.
Yes, we do. We have
Oh.
Ji-Jun.
Oh.
2 wild cards. That is the highest pair.
Oh, that's the highest one. So this is the highest you can
That is the
get.
highest pair. That cannot be beat on the high
Nice.
side.
Good
Unfortunately, I only
job.
have 2 left on the low side.
Ah, so it's a push hand.
You could play that 6-8. I wouldn't.
No, just do the highest one. You
I
got
mean,
the Supreme.
Yeah. So that is Ji-Jun
And
right
that's
there.
what Ji-Jun is called, the Supreme,
Supreme. Yep.
right? Okay.
Okay, next is Paul.
Cosmo doesn't have it, but Arya does.
Okay, there you go. They're the same place in my head anyway. Cosmo and Arya. I don't go to that side of town. Okay, this is not good. Okay, we have no pair. We have a teen, but nothing to put with it. So if we put these in order, highest to lowest, we would have 3, 6, and that is it. That's all there is. 3, 6. The other way, it's going to be 2, 7, or nothing, 1, 8.
How are you feeling? Are you hot?
It's a little warm in here, but that's okay.
Okay.
How are you guys? Should we turn the air up, down? You guys
Should we
okay?
turn the air up? I think
Area has a Star Trek slot machine.
Oh, that's the Gameco one. That's one of our clients actually. Is Gameco.
Cool.
Yeah, we did a video for them. That was really awesome.
Actually, Gameco is the one that have that other game I was telling you about.
Yeah.
That craps and baseball.
Oh, cool.
That's GameCo.
Oh,
but
nice.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Mark. Oh, let's see. Do we have a pair? Nope. Those sixes don't match.
Nope.
We don't have a team. We don't have a day. So we're going to go high-low here. This is called a Chong. A Chong 3, if you can make a Chong 3 or higher, that's when you play high-low. If you can't, you're going to throw everything to the top. So that is a 3 and a 7. Okay. And you can't really do anything better than that. You can make a 2-8, or you can make a 1...
Now, can you explain something to me? When you were telling me about this game, you always added up the tiles, and then whatever the total number was, the highest total number, that's what you would play. Could you explain that to the people who are watching?
You can add up the points to what you have. A lot of times...
when you say points, what are you talking about?
Let's say this hand right here, okay? We have a 3 and a 7. Mm-hmm. There's 10 points of value there.
Now,
you can
when
play
you're
a
saying
3-7.
Points, are you talking about like 6?
No, 3 and 7. That's what you added up to.
So then you do. Okay,
if you do it this way, now it's 2 and 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is still 10.
It's still 10. Occasionally, when you have the G tile or 2 small cards, you can take those numbers and make them higher than normal. But normally, when you're doing a high-low, we have 10 points of value here, and the best way we're going to do that is 3-7. Like, you can't get any better than 3-7. If you put the sixes together, that's a 2. And that's the only way you can do it. 11 and 6 or 11 and 6 is the same thing.
Okay. And then you, so the highest point value, that's what you want to play.
Total, the highest total.
Highest total point value.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we get to one, I can see if I can show you.
Okay.
Okay, Charles. Ah, that's a pair. I can see that.
Oh, good.
And that leaves you 5. 5 bow. Done. Occasionally there are pairs that get split. That's not one of them. That never gets split.
And Intergalactic Press says, on a side note, Aria does not have the Star Trek slot machine.
Oh, it did for a second, but now it doesn't.
Oh. And Jim says, anyone seen the horse racing gambling machine that takes money?
Yes, that's called around? Sigma Derby. That is still around. That is at the D on the second floor. That's the last Sigma Derby.
Seriously?
That's the last Sigma Derby in operation. They're having trouble finding parts for it right now, but it's at the second floor of the D downtown, and it's a lot of fun. Toy mechanical horses going around the track. Absolutely.
Cool.
Okay, so whose hand is this? This is my hand.
Okay, so this is the dealer's.
Do I have a pair? No, those don't match. No teen, no day. So we're going to go high-low, and that's a 3 and a 5.
So that's good for the dealer.
That's good for Felicia.
That's good for Felicia.
All right, Felicia. Let's see what we have here. Felicia. Okay. We have no pair, but we have the team. We have a 7 and 9 and a 4. So we'll try the 7, which will leave you with 3. And since this is higher than a Chong 3, that's the correct play.
Now, what are you talking about when you say that?
If this 3 wasn't a high enough 3, this is where's the Chong 3? We had one right here. This is it. This is the lowest 3 that you can play to balance. If your 3 is any lower than that, then you give up on the low hand and you throw everything on the high hand.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
But with this one, this 3 is a better 3 than a Chong 3. This tile is higher than this tile.
So when you're saying Chong, you're looking at the ranking.
This tile.
The ranking?
It's a 3 with this tile or a higher tile in it.
Okay, but that's where you need to know the rankings.
That's where the rankings come in.
Okay.
If your 3 has lower than this tile, then this is a 2 actually, isn't it?
We're going to reset that.
Well, I reset it 4 times, so that's the 3. So we have a high 9 and a good 3. So let's start with here. We have 3, 5, 3, right? Okay, which 3 is higher? This one is. By 1 ranking, this 3 is higher.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be a push.
Because this is the man ranking and this is the goose ranking.
This is the 3rd highest tile. This is the 4th highest tile.
Okay.
It's that close. So that's a push. Okay. Now coming
now we
around.
move Felicia's
This is Felicia's hand right here.
Okay.
So we have a gong and a 6. Yeah, that's a winner.
Oh, good.
Well, good for him.
I mean, good for him, not Felicia. Sorry, Felicia.
Dane has Ji Jun. Can't be beat.
Woo.
2, 3, push. We have a 6 and a 3. This 3 is also higher right there. That's the highest tile. So that's the highest possible 3.
Okay.
That's going to be another push. Over here we have 6, that's no good. And a Chong 3. This is a Gore 3. Sorry, Mark.
Ah, darn it.
And then finally over here we have a pair and a 5. That's a winning hand.
Okay.
So we have 125 here. So 200. I'll take 75 change. 125 is 625 commission. Which leaves Felicia $75, which is going to be $375 in
Hey,
commission.
we forgot one.
Oh, I didn't pay him?
Yeah, you forgot one.
Sorry, Felicia. You didn't
Sorry,
win.
Felicia. I sort of.
We'll give you that back.
I messed up
We'll
your
pay
hand
you, and we'll take $10. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's on your side of the
I
table.
know. I know.
Okay.
So how much did Felicia
She
lose on
lost
that hand?
$125.
On that hand. Okay. Now this is the last
This
hand
is the last
of the
hand, so get your
tournament.
bets ready.
So
Tell
if
me what you want to
go
bet.
All in, go
I'm
all
going to
in.
bank. Everybody's had their chance to bank that wanted to, so that worked out well.
Alan,
Tell me what we're betting.
Oh, let's see.
You get the bets, I'll shuffle.
Okay, sounds good. So let me know if you want to change your bets. This is the very last hand, so let me know what you want to do. As we are waiting, oh, there we go. So Mark says 400.
Mark says 400.
Okay, cool.
I won't write these down because we don't need to remember them after this. So
And
Mark's got
Felicia
400.
says as long as she gets the commission back. Charles is going all in.
Did I give her? Yeah, I didn't take commission from her.
Okay, yeah. And Charles is going all in.
Charles said all in.
Charles is all in.
We'll leave you $1.25 behind. You can't bet that.
The Steelers beat the Bengals 27-3. Ouch.
That means that my fantasy players didn't get me anything.
Ow.
But I didn't need anything, so I was winning by 30 with 2 players to go. So.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Paul is going to 500.
Okay. Cy. Anybody else? Felicia.
Let's
Charles
know
said
if you
all
want to bet
in.
anything different.
Felicia.
Last hand.
Cy.
We're waiting for you guys.
Cy was 200 last time.
Mm-hmm.
Dane.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. Let's put Felicia
Felicia,
back
300.
up for-
Well, no, I was waiting
Oh,
for
she
her.
did. Okay, there we go. 300. And Dane wants to go all in.
Dane said all in.
Dane
Okay.
Yep, Dane is going all in.
Okay. Any more bets? Any more bets? Animal bets?
Bets are closed.
Here we go.
Oh, is anyone baking?
I am.
Oh, you're
Everybody's
baking.
had a chance. It's my turn now.
Oh, okay.
6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And when you're doing that, you're always going from counterclockwise, right?
Correct.
From right to left.
Correct.
And that's when figuring out the numbers, but also when dealing out the tiles as well.
Okay. So, which way you want to go?
Oh, let's do Felicia first.
So Felicia go that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Felicia,
Oh, we got a pair.
pair of
Whew!
axes. Never split the axes.
Never split the axes.
So that leaves you with 4.
So 4 axe.
4 bow.
Axe body spray.
Trying to tell me something? Wow, Charles. I hope you like this hand. You went all in and you got a good one. You got a Wong and 9 left over.
Oh,
9
nice.
Wong.
That's a really good
9
hand.
Wong. And that's a decently high 9. That's
Nice.
the 4th ranking 9.
Good time to go all in, Charles.
Okay, who's this? Mark?
Mark.
Mark has a pair.
Wow, you dealt a really
3
good,
left over. 3 bow. Paul. He bet 500? Really?
Yeah, Paul
All
bet
that on this?
500.
Okay, Paul doesn't have as good a hand
Oh,
here.
no.
We have no pair. These
No
don't
pair.
match.
No teen day.
No teen, no day. That would be 2, 4.
Ow.
So 2, 4 is too small. We can go nothing 6.
So that's what we would do.
Nothing 6, you cannot win the hand because if the banker has nothing, the banker wins all ties on nothing. So I'm going to leave this hand right here, and I'm going to let you decide 2, 4 or nothing 6, and we'll move on, and I'll give you a chance to set that one yourself.
So that's what that's Paul's decision.
2, 4 or nothing 6. It's
or
a pretty
nothing
big bet.
6.
It's the last hand. I'll let you decide.
Okay, let us know.
Decide
Paul.
before we turn over our hand. Dane. Okay. Dane has no pair. He has a teen right here. He has a 9 to go with it. So that's a Wong. And left over is
6.
6. Very good. You're starting to see that wild card?
Right.
6 and a Wong.
Cool. Now, before we do
Paul
side
wants to go 0,
creations-
6.
before we do Sai Creations,
Okay.
Sai says that she wants to go all in. Should we allow her all in?
Sure. Is that a she or a he?
I don't know if it's a she or a he. I don't know. And that's what I worry about. I worry about calling people like different, I'm going to screw up your names. I'm going to screw up your genders. I'll probably screw up your ages. I don't know. We'll see.
They're all younger than me. Okay. Sai wants to go all in.
Sai wants to go all in.
Where does it say?
Right there.
It says that. Dane says, if I lose, I'm guaranteed I won't win 3 weeks in a row. Okay. Here we go.
So she's, okay. Or he.
He or she, Sai, is
all in.
creating. Okay. We have no pair, but we have a team. We have a day.
Okay.
7, 8, or 9. We have 2 different 7s.
Oh,
they don't
okay.
match.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's not a pair right
That's
there.
not a pair.
Okay.
In this case, it doesn't matter which I put with which because these 2 are the highest tiles.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter if I do it this way or this way. It's exactly the same hand.
Okay.
So that's going to be a high 9 and a 5.
5 high 9.
5
okay.
high 9.
So now
All right.
it's the
Drum roll,
dealers.
please. Here we go.
Nothing.
Nothing except for that's a 9, but that's only 2.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
2, 9.
And that's the best way you can balance
That's
them?
the, well, again, that's 11 points. 2 and 9.
Okay.
If we do that any other way, we're not going to have 11 points. We got 0 and 1. That's 1 point. Or we can do, what's the other way to do this? Same way, 1 and 0. So obviously, this is the only way to set it. There's always 3 ways to set every hand. You can set it all 3 ways and look at it and figure it out.
But that takes a while, and then
Well, there's only 3 ways to do it. It shouldn't take too long to figure it out.
It would take me a while.
So that's a 2 and a 9. That's a very bad 9. That is almost the worst possible 9.
But
Almost.
9's still good, right?
Yeah, 9's good, but it's a pretty low 9. This is going to be
And
lower.
that's because of this one?
It's because of this one. This is the
Okay.
lowest tile, so this one doesn't. But this is the lowest. The lowest 9 is this 6 with a G tile.
Okay.
That's pretty bad.
And that's because she is the lowest card.
Right, and
Okay.
this is a low tile also. This is a little higher than that,
Okay.
but not much.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got. Go around and let's see. Okay, that's a 5. That wins. That's a high 9. That wins. That's a winner.
Woo!
Okay. I'm going to
time
just
to
go
go
ahead
all
and
in.
I'm going to take the losers and the pushes and we'll go back and pay the winners.
Okay.
That's a Wong. That's good. That's a 6. That's good. That's a winner.
Sai says that she's a she.
She's a she.
She's a she.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sai.
I was trying to look at the picture. It could be. Yeah, the pictures are
Well,
so small.
the pictures you can't really tell. 'cause
And they're so small.
they are. They're really, really small.
My eyes don't focus that well.
No.
Okay, we went 0-6 here. Unfortunately, that's not good. This was a 2. Had you gone the other way, how was it again?
If it was 0-6.
He went 0-6.
Oh, he did 0. So it was 2.
Yeah, it would have been a 2. It would have been, you would have gone high this way.
So what that would.
This 2, you would have lost either way.
Oh, so it would have been
Makes you
loser
feel better.
no matter what. Okay.
Okay, we have a bow here
There was
and a
nothing
3.
you could do, Paul.
We have the same. Oh no, this is a 3. This is a 2. That's a winner. This is a winner. And this is a winner.
Cool.
So we're gonna pay everybody now.
Yay!
So we have here 5, 10, 1,000, 1130. 10.
I have 1,000,
11.
just so you know.
Nah, that's all right.
Okay.
I only use yellow if the pit manager says okay. 1130. So that's $50 for this. 55, and another dollar. 56.50. So there's 150. So I need 55 more, and the rest is all yours.
Cool.
That's a good one. Just throw it in here. Okay. We have here 5, 8, 895. 5, 8, 895, right? So 800 is going to be $40, and 95 is 475, so 44.75, 25, 44.75, 45, right?
You do it like how I do it. Because commission, I always had to do with units.
Okay, we'll take your tiles. Paul's there. Mark 400. I know that one. That's $20. And Charles. 780. 5, 7, 80. $39. It says where this come from? 5, 7, 80. That's $4 for that. $25, $35, $39. So we need 40. We'll just take 50. What did I say? Wait a minute. 38, right?
Yeah, 38.75.
Yep. No 75.
Oh, because you had 15?
No, he had 40.
Oh, okay.
And finally, Felicia with 300. That's $15. Okay. I paid Charles.
Okay, so should we figure out who the winner is?
Let's figure out who the winner is.
Cool.
You want to go that way? I'll go this way?
Yeah. Do you get the
pen?
the pen
share?
thingy? Yes.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. We're figuring out who the winner is.
Please tip the dealer so we can afford to buy some extra pens.
So let's see what we got here.
$11.55. $11.55 for Felicia.
Cool.
You want the pen?
Yeah.
Sure you do.
So this is 1,000, 2,000, 2,000, 206. 2,206. And that is for Cy.
14, 15, 15, 23 and a quarter, 15, 23 and a quarter, 15, 23 and a quarter. Charles. Never clean your rack up like this, okay? Except when
Don't do what we're doing when you're learning. Okay, so we have 1,000, 500, 700, 1,725.
Got 1560 for Mark. 1560.
45, 25.
1560.
Yeah,
Heather
we'll
will
do
clean
it
it up
later.
later.
We'll do it later.
And finally, Paul. 420.
420.
Oh, nope.
Oh, he really
445.
did? Okay. Okay, so the winners of this week's contest, or not contest, tournament
of champions
is Site Creations.
Woo!
First place with $2,206.
2206.
Second place is Dane with $1,745. Third place is Mark with $1,560, followed by Charles, fourth place, $1,523. Next up is Felicia with $1,155, and Paul, you come in last place with $445. Side Creations, if you would like your pair of dice signed by Jay,
or if you want the other one that's worth more that doesn't have my signature, please let me know.
Email me at heather@vegas-aces.com. Send me your email, or not your email. Send me your actual physical address so I can send these dice to you. And congratulations on winning.
I know this game is a little bit confusing, but as we keep going, keep voting for it. I'll keep coming back, and you'll get to learn it. It's something. This is the only game to me that's fun. If I go to a casino and I want to play for fun, this is the game that I'll play.
And the only way you're going to learn is by doing it over and over and over again.
Right.
You have to hit yourself in the head with this to learn it.
If you live in a town that has a Chinatown, you can get these. When I bought them, they were about $15 or $20 a set.
We have this on our Vegas Aces Amazon store if you would like to get them. Also, check out the link, I believe, in the description below. I should have a link to the Pai-Gow Tiles video. If I don't, I will put there right after this live stream. And just a quick reminder, Vegas Aces is supported by viewers like you. Donations do make it possible for us to bring you all of these videos for free. If you feel that this video was worth more than $0, please donate the amount that you feel it was worth by clicking the link in the description below. Again, thank you so much for joining me, Jay. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. You can see what they look like.
Thank you guys so much for joining. And join us again next time on our next live stream on Thursday at 2 p.m. No idea what game we're going to be doing, but you need to go vote and decide what game we're doing. So we hope to see you there. Until then, this is Heather Ferris with Heather Ferris and Jay Shapiro with Vegas Aces, reminding you that education can change the world. See you guys on Thursday. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye. Don't step on Pip.
Don't drive like my brother.
Don't drive like my brother. I love click and clack. Oh.